EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Houston Texans. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, and Charles kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Set to kick off.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
All right.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That's complete to his rookie second-round pick. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9.
Here we go.
And the slot man goes in motion left. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37.
And the Texans first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 20-yard line. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Throwing now is Stroud. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 13-yard line.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Here we go. At 18.
Stroud looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but this That's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. So here are the 49ers now with a long field ahead. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
A tough time a season ago, his team missed the playoffs for the first time in his career. But he does remain one of the most efficient quarterbacks in the league. He's completed over 67% of his passes for his career. We know he's efficient. Now he wants to be spectacular and get his team back to the big game.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Purdy now to throw. Open man is Juwan Jennings. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Shotgun now with Purdy. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Purdy looking to throw. This is Jennings. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a 49er first down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. And a catch made by his tight end, Luke Farrell. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Brings up second and
Purdy sets up to throw again. He's got his big tight end, Farrell, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40. Play action, now Purdy. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans team. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
49ers nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Back to throw, Purdy. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing here, Purdy. And he'll let this go deep for Bourne. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Darren Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Texans with the football here late in this 1st half. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Here we go, let's go.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Able to break the tackle and get some breathing room before being brought down just outside the 5. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Now Stroud. Throw left side to Higgins. To give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 4. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This now a 3rd and 4. Here's Stroud. And the ball is knocked out. And now there's a scooped up by the... And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Gets past one man. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this 1st half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw. And one more time, here's Kirk. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 48.
Stroud to throw it. Looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
That's another Texans first down. First and 10.
Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 to score as we resume action on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline. They drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
San Francisco.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new, it worked there. They go play action here. Purdy. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's Azeez Al-Shaair getting through for the sack that time.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Purdy. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively. to force incompletion, and more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Play action. Stroud down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Going out wide, finds Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing now is Stroud. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Here's more on the return. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 45-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Flush to his right. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the 1st down with his legs instead.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. That's caught by Jennings. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Purdy. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The ball on the 16 for 2nd and 10. Purdy to throw. Throw over the middle, pulled in here by Farrell.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
So a big kick to get this back to even, yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
And bulldozing his way through. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Houston's offense taking over again. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? What does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback in his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Stroud to throw it. Pass complete to Chubb. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Stroud. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Stroud. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. This is 1st and 10. To throw with Stroud. Over the middle, complete. That's Higgins. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score, in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with what will almost certainly be the game-winning score as the lead is 7 here in the final moments. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone. Here's 1st down. Purdy with one final shot here. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.